Good luck.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining today. My name is Josh Gabriel, and I am the Assistant Director of Recruitment here at University of Exeter. So today I'm going to be giving you a quick presentation about Exeter and a little bit about the university itself. If you have any questions at all, please do leave them in the question box and I'll come to them at the end and do my best to answer them. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so to start with, talk a little bit about Exeter University and its rankings. Many of you would have heard of Exeter before. It's a very famous university in the UK as well as globally. It's ranked one of the most international universities in the UK, so it has many international students here. It's ranked in the top 150 universities in the world, both in the QS and Times Higher Education rankings. So again, an extremely highly ranked university. It's a member of the Russell Group universities. So many people say the Russell Group is the UK equivalent to the Ivy League. So we're talking very top class universities that normally have been established for hundreds of years. And here you can see that Exeter was established in the early 1800s and is one of the top 24 UK universities. So it really is an impressive university with a lot of histories and a lot of academic prestige as well. Okay, so I'd like to pay some attention to this map here in the middle of the screen, and you can see where Exeter's based. You can see London is kind of to the north of Exeter, and despite the distance on the map, only takes about 2.5 hours by train. Okay, so it's very easy to get to London. And Exeter is based in a county in England called Devon, and it's on the southwest coast of the UK. So it's very south of the UK. You can see the tip there. And we also have a campus in Penryn, almost at the very tip of the UK, the southwest tip of the UK. It is one of the safest cities in England. So it's a top 10 safest city in England, which is always very important when students are coming from other countries, perhaps for the first time to study, and always important for parents as well when they're sending their students abroad to learn and live. It is also ranked top 10 overall student experience for universities in the UK. Despite its smallish size, we do have a very big university and a very large student population here. So students have a fantastic time meeting friends, having new experiences and doing activities with their newly found friends from all around the world as well. So here are some pictures. You can see a bunch of students outside Exeter Cathedral, students riding horses on Dartmoor, which is a national park, and there's plenty more things to do around the area as well. Okay, so here I have a quick video. I'll play it to you. I think it gives a really good impression of what Exeter's like as a campus. Exeter has one of the largest campuses in the UK out of all universities, and is often considered one of the most beautiful campuses, if not the most beautiful campuses out of all UK universities. So have a look, and I think you'll get a good idea. Okay, so there you go. A nice video of what the campus looks like. Okay. So I'm now going to move in to talk a little bit about some of the key subjects or the most highly ranked areas at Exeter University. Again, to give you an idea of the prestige and really the academic quality you'll have if you come to Exeter. So the business school is very famous here. It's triple accredited. So it's accredited by AMBA, AA, CSB, and EQUIS. And I think only about 1% of all business schools in the world have triple accreditation. So it's a very, very strong business school, and it's just getting stronger. It's gone up in the rankings very recently as well. So a real top business school if you're looking to study a business-related subject. So top degrees in the business school include business and management, accounting and finance, business economics, marketing and management, and business and management is in the top 10 for its course out of all the UK, so really strong there. And #1 for accounting and finance graduate prospects as well. And because of the strength of the business school here and the reputation of Exeter overall, we attract some of the best graduate recruiters. So these are recruiters from some of the most famous companies, of which you'll definitely have heard of, actually come to the campus or do online events at the moment to recruit students from Exeter Business School into their companies. And these companies include Deloitte, KPMG, PwC, EY, and Goldman Sachs. So again, if you're looking to study business, Exeter Business School is a fantastic place to come. Okay, so now moving on to another very popular area, engineering. And again, you can see Exeter is very strong within this area as well. So we're ranked top 10, 8th for general engineering in the UK, 8th in the UK for electrical and electronic engineering, and some top degrees which students progress into include mechanical engineering, civil engineering, electrical and electronic engineering, computer science. Again, we attract the best recruiters from employers in this area, including Jaguar, Shell, Dyson, and Land Rover. And students have a very good employability record from this program as well. So 96% of graduates from engineering find employment within 15 months. So again, a really fantastic place to come if you're looking to study an engineering related subject. Okay, we have actually one of the best sports departments in the UK, if not the world. So as you can see in the top left-hand side, we're top 15 for sports-related subjects in the world, according to the QS World Rankings. So it's actually one of the best places in the whole entire world to come and study a sports-related subject. Top 15 in ecology in the world. So again, very highly ranked. Top 150 in psychology in the world. And some top degrees include psychology, biological sciences, medical sciences, sport and exercise science. And we attract recruiters from AstraZeneca, the NHS, Johnson & Johnson, KPMG as well to come and hire our students. Okay, so moving on more into the humanities, Exeter is ranked top 100 for politics in the world, top 100 for English in the world. I think probably by now you get the idea that Exeter is very strong in almost all subjects, as you would expect, and top 150 in the world for law as well. And some top degrees in the Humanities and Social Science department include the LLB in law, the BA in political philosophy and economics, the BA in international relations, BA in sociology and criminology, and we attract recruiters from Google, Microsoft, Deloitte, UNICEF, and NHS, and obviously a lot more as well for these humanities subjects. Okay, so when you come to Exeter, we do want you to have a good time and have a really strong, holistic experience if you come here. Of course, study hard, but also enjoy yourself and make the most out of your time living in another country. We have over 280 clubs and societies. It's a fantastic opportunity to make friends and get out and stay fit and active. So they span from Harry Potter clubs, Quidditch clubs, as you can see, surfing because we're near the sea, all different country societies, and of course, lots and lots of sports. As we already mentioned, Exeter is quite famous for sports and has very, very strong sports teams in almost all sports. Okay. So here we have a testimonial from one of our Turkish students. So she says how she was a little bit worried at first coming to Exeter, and she was thinking, am I going to make any friends and adjust to living on my own? But after a week, she was absolutely fine and there was nothing to worry about. Making friends was very easy because everyone was in the same boat. She's referring to coming to Into, where all the students are international students and everyone's very, very much in a similar situation and wanting to make friends. Living by yourself isn't scary and everyone's really supportive. And she made friends on the first day and went out for dinner straight away. And she said that she'll come out with amazing friends from her year at Into. So she completed the International Foundation in Biomedical Life and Environmental Sciences at Into Exeter, then successfully progressed to the BSc in Biological Sciences at the University of Exeter, and the best is yet to come. So she's got a very exciting future now and she's done very well so far. Okay, so again, coming to Exeter, we try and provide the full experience and prepare you the best we can for the world of work. So for most degrees, there is an industrial placement year. So this is a year where you can get real life work experience. Okay, so spend a year in a position relevant to your degree. We do our best to help you find somewhere. For most degrees, it is optional and it is paid for. And again, I can't really stress the importance of this. It really does give you that real world experience that employers are looking for. So again, a really, really good opportunity. Okay, so I don't think any of these companies really need an introduction, but students have taken their industrial experience year within these companies. So again, you can see they are obviously very, very big brands: EY, Shell, PwC, Deloitte, Microsoft, Jaguar, EDF, and so on. Okay, so one of the interesting programs which you have here, which I think is a little bit unique, is our BEng in Engineering and Entrepreneurship. So these really take components from two quite different subjects, but also related, engineering and entrepreneurship. So this program is really aimed at people who would like to become engineers, but also have a flair for business and entrepreneurship. There's quite an interesting module where students will form a group and come up with an engineering idea and a business plan and pitch their idea to a panel of judges for real money, and then to take their business into the real world with the support of the university. So they'll take on real life projects with industry partners, attend talks and seminars by experienced entrepreneurs and business leaders. The course is accredited by the IET, the Engineering and Technology, and you can progress to this program from either the foundation or the International Year 1 program at Into. Okay, so we do provide a lot of support when it comes to employability. There's a career zone where we help you with your CV, choosing the right career for you, interview practice and workshops. We help you with your CV, build up your CV, whether it's through volunteer work, travel, we talked about work experience, work abroad, and so on. We have a very large network connections throughout the UK and the world, with obviously a very, very large alum network as well. And we also help students finding part-time jobs and internships and work placements as well. Okay, so this is a nice slide of some really happy students, as you can see, graduating from Into and Exeter University. We have a really good progression rate into Exeter, so almost all our students progress into the university. And almost all the students, when they get into Exeter, also get fantastic degrees as well. So again, very, very strong academic preparation at a very strong university. So you can, again, so I'm just students celebrating their success. So here are some of the graduate destinations. As you can expect from a world-class university, many of our students go into world-class corporations. Okay, again, I don't think these companies need much of an introduction, but it does give you an idea of where our students end up. Okay, so we'll talk a little bit about Into now. So here you can see the picture of the Into building. So obviously Into is a pathway provider which provides courses to prepare you to get into Exeter University itself, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. So the Into building is based in the very center of the main campus at Exeter University. So straight away you're in yes, the heart of the campus and the heart of the university, and you have all the access to all the facilities and will essentially feel like a student, a university student from day one. Okay, so here we have another video I'd like to show you. Okay. So there was a nice video showing you all the great facilities at the university, as well as the Into Centre as well. Okay, so now moving on to talk a little bit about the programs which the Into Centre provides, which will help you progress to the university and the degree of your choice. So we have three main courses aimed at different levels of students and different ages. So the first one we'll talk about is the International Foundation Programme. So this programme allows you to enter over 150 degrees at the university, gives you a lot of flexibility when it comes to choosing your degree, and it does allow you module choice flexibility as well. So you can choose modules that are of interest to you as well. And you do get to study with students from other areas and gain other experiences as well. And it also gives you flexibility about changing your progression degree as well. You can see some of the popular areas here include accounting, management, economic, engineering, mathematics, computer science, biological and environmental science, humanities and social science as well. So this is a one-year program. Normally there are shorter versions of it as well, which we'll talk about in a second, which will allow you access into a 3-year undergraduate degree. So that's a little bit of information about the International Foundation. The second program we'll talk about is the International Year 1, or often known as the IYO. So this program is the equivalent of year 1 of a 3-year degree. So essentially you finish an undergraduate degree in 3 years, which is the same time you would finish a degree if you entered directly into the university without taking a pathway. But the program does obviously have lower entry requirements, and the Into Centre provides you with a lot of support as well in regards to academic English and other things as well. And it really gives students a very strong basis for when they move into the 2nd and 3rd year to get very strong grades. And students at Into Exeter often do better than students who go directly, or even local students or students from around the UK. So some popular subjects for International Year 1 include accounting and finance, Our new program for biosciences, which is very popular at the moment, engineering, management and business economics, mathematics with accounting, economics, finance or management, and psychology. And we've already mentioned that all these areas are extremely strong at Exeter already. So these programs do allow you access into real strong programs and well-renowned programs in the UK and globally as well. And the final program is the graduate diploma. So this is a program to essentially prepare you and give you access into a postgraduate diploma or a postgraduate degree. Okay, and some progressions include business, engineering and sustainability, with more progressions coming shortly as well. Okay, so as I mentioned, the Into Exeter building is based in the centre of the campus, and it is really a partnership with the university, not only because of the location being right in the heart of the campus, but also academically. So the modules are created in collaboration with the university. This means that you can really be sure that what you're studying is relevant to the degree and will prepare you in the best possible way to be successful when you move on to that degree as well. Okay, so teaching is delivered through lectures, seminars, academic tutorials, and we cater to all different learning styles and preferences. And the program is designed to develop key transferable skills needed for successful study, and help you with things like assignment writing, exam preparation, time management, problem solving, communication skills in an English language setting. Okay, all the teachers have worked in the field or the industry and are very experienced teachers. And we provide additional language guidance, essay writing support, critical thinking, reference support, and grammatical support as well. You will get a one-to-one support and a named academics tutor as well. And all the staff are into, whether it comes to accommodation staff, welfare staff, or the teachers themselves, or is more than happy to help. So if you need any help or have any questions, please ask someone, and there'll always be someone there to do their best to help you. Okay, so here we have Selin from Turkey as well. And she says after 2 weeks, she felt like Exeter was her second home. It was really easy to make friends at Into, and she adjusted very easily to living in the UK. She learned how to write research reviews, improved her academic essay writing skills, research skills, and how to analyse. And then she also says how these skills are really important because now she's doing a lot of research and writing now. And I think that's very relevant and true, that often students from other countries need that soft landing in the UK and need a little bit of help and a little bit of time to adjust to studying in a different country, in a different education system, but also get used to really living and working and studying in a different language environment as well. And that's what Into really does. Okay, so a little bit about her progression and where she started and where she is at the moment. So she completed the International Foundation in Humanities, Law and Social Sciences at Into. Then she successfully progressed to the LLB at Law at the University of Exeter. And she also became an intern in the UN as well. So again, very strong CV, both academically, and you can see her building up some really strong and relevant work experience as well. Okay, so this year is a little bit different like last year. So it's very hard to miss talking about study options. Okay, so you can choose between coming to campus and studying online. Of course, it's our preference that you come to campus. There's nothing like face-to-face tuition, and there's nothing like having the experience of actually studying abroad, right? Which is what everyone wants to do if they're coming to Into or a university in another country. But we understand this year is a little bit different, so we are providing other options and we're being as flexible as we can. So you can come to campus if you can, and you can also study online if you can as well. And you can also study online and then come to campus when you're ready or when you get your visa or your IELTS, if there's problems doing that at the moment in your country. Okay, so Into Exeter students do very well almost all the students, as you can see here, successfully progress into the program at the university of their choice. So you can see 100% of foundation students in math with business successfully progressed. 83% of foundation humanities students progressed to the university. 79% from foundation economics, finance and management progressed. 100% IYO math with business, 93% IYO engineering, 94% IYO psychology, and 83% graduate diploma in finance. So you can see the progression rates from the into program to the university is very high. So of course, what this means, if you do come into Exeter, you're extremely likely to progress into the university, right? So do take that into consideration. Again, we're preparing you really well, and students are getting the grades and progressing successfully into the university. Okay, so Into has its own accommodation, and I think this is a real bonus. We have our own halls of residence called Dünya halls. And it's a really nice building and kind of a site, and it's based within the university campus. So it's a short walk, it's about a 15-minute walk to the main Into Centre and the main campus. And the walk is all through the campus as well. So it's quite a nice walk to the university. You can see that there's a shop on site, and there's 3 different room types. There's a superior ensuite room, a studio room, a shared studio as well. Okay, and we are ranked top 10 university accommodation in the UK as well. And living in our halls of residence as international students is also fantastic because, again, as you saw from what some of the students have said, it's really easy to make friends because you're all in the same situation. And by living in the halls of residence, you're also in the same environment. So it's very easy to make friends because you're all together, all in the same situation. And there are activities and clubs where you can make friends as well and make sure you're active, as well as live comfortably and within the university as well. Okay, so we're coming towards the end of the presentation now. So scholarships are available. The value varies, but normally the maximum value is up to £3,000. And if you would like to inquire more about scholarships, please do contact your agent or myself or the regional team in Turkey, and I'll be more than happy to help you find the best scholarship for you. There are also a couple of progression scholarships as well. So these are scholarships which are awarded from students studying at Into when they progress into the first year of university. So at the moment, we offer an International Foundation Progression Scholarship. So this is available to all international foundation students beginning their course in 2021-2022. And if you successfully get the scholarship, you'll be awarded £5,000 towards your first year of university study. And again, this is merit-based, so the top students of that class will get this. Okay. So that's the end of the presentation. So if you have any questions, let me know. Again, my name is Josh, and my email address is there. So if you have any questions at all, maybe you think of a question in 10 minutes or an hour or even next week, just pop me an email and I'll reply and do my best to answer that question. So now I'm going to end the show and look at the question box and see what questions we have. Okay. So there we go. I'm back. Let's have a look at the questions. I can see we have quite a few. So let's go to the beginning. Do you have nutrition and I think dietitian master's program? I think the answer to that is yes. I think we do have a nutrition program as well. Yeah. Do Exeter give unconditional offers? So yes, we do. Into Exeter does. If you have all the requirements and documents, the right grades, the correct IELTS score, we do offer unconditional offers. But we also offer conditional offers as well. If you haven't received your grades yet or you haven't received your IELTS yet, we will also offer conditional offers as well. Okay. Could you please inform us about the language requirements? So this really varies on the different programs which you might apply for. Obviously, there's lower requirements for the beginning level programs like the foundation, and higher level requirements for things like grad dip. Also, the requirements might be higher for the shorter programs. So for that question, I'd really recommend that you go onto the Into Exeter website, look at the course section, and you can see all the requirements for all different programs as well. Language requirements vary, but normally most programs require UK via IELTS, and again that varies from maybe 4.5 upwards. Do you have any partner companies that provide internships or job opportunities for students? Yes, absolutely. It's a very strong university, and all or almost all the undergraduate programs here do have option of industrial placement year, and we'll do our best to place students in a company in a position relevant to their degree. Okay. If we cannot meet the language requirement, do we still have a chance to get accepted? Yes, yes. So we do have English language programs as well. So we have something called a pre-sessional program, which has different lengths, and you can join that, and we'll do our best to get you up to level to enter the course of your choice. And we also have academic programs as well, and at the moment those are both in person, online. So do have a look into that, depending on what program you want to go into. We do offer English help as well. Okay. So we have a question about transferring as a medical student. Really best to contact the university itself about that. It would really depend whether your degree is equivalent to the degree here. But also, I'd have to say that the medical school here is extremely competitive. It's very, very hard to get into the medical school here. Do we have a work permit while we're here? Yes, I think you can work a certain amount of hours per week as a student. A lot of students here have part-time jobs to earn extra money when they're here. But obviously, I think it's limited to a certain amount of hours as you are here to study, not work. Can you inform us about the living conditions in Exeter? Yes, so Exeter, as at the beginning of the presentation, is the smallest city in the southwest of the UK. It's a very safe city. It has all the amenities and shops that you really can need. It has lots of supermarkets and small shops and coffee shops. And really, the university campus itself is amazing, and has everything on in the site itself. It has, you know, tens of restaurants, really a lot of restaurants and coffee shops on site. There's a barber on site. There's a huge library on site. So the campus has really everything you need. But also the surrounding city is quite pretty and historic. And there's, you know, department stores and shoppings and cinema stores, and really everything you need here. And again, it's a very, very safe city. What are the scholarship requirements? So for the regional scholarship, I would definitely contact your agent or the regional team, and we can look into getting one for you. But we'll do our best to provide you with a regional scholarship. The progression scholarships are slightly harder to get, so I think you're talking kind of top of your class. So I think you're talking maybe 75% or 70% grade to overall to get the progression scholarship. But they're not limited, so anyone who gets these grades can get that progression scholarship. Could you please inform me about the minimum GPA requirement for a bachelor's degree application? Is it possible to get acceptance for 2.4 GPA? Again, this is one that it's really best to contact the university if you're looking for direct entry. And again, it depends on your degree from what university and lots of other things as well. So I would go to the website and fill out a form and ask that question. Okay. Are GRE and GPA required for master's degree if necessary? What should be the minimum? So I can see lots of questions here about for direct entry. Again, it depends on your country and your degree. But normally we're talking that you need a good undergraduate degree in a relevant field. And of course, it would depend on what masters you're choosing as well. So it's best to go to the website and look exactly the course that you're looking to enter and look at that course entry requirements. And the website, the university website itself, will have equivalents which they accept from your country. So again, yeah, do go to the Exeter University website and look for the masters that you would specifically like to apply for. If you don't have the grades to join directly, you can obviously come to an graduate diploma course, and that's another pathway onto a master's if your English is lower, or maybe your GPA is a little bit lower as well. Okay, application requirements for the graduate program. So it's really easy to apply to all in-2 programs. Essentially, there's an online form you have to fill in. You need to provide things like your passports to start with, and then whatever academic transcripts you have. And then we'll get back to you within really a few days, if not 48 hours, and let you know whether you'll be accepted or not, or whether we have an alternative option for you as well. Is there any possibility to get fully funded scholarship? Not at the moment for in-2 programs. If you're looking to apply directly to the university, I believe there might be some, or at least some quite high scholarships. But as you can imagine, it's quite competitive to get into a top university already. So they're really giving scholarships to very, very strong students. Okay, so we have here, I'm studying my first year in electric and electronic engineering. I wanted to transfer into Exeter. So do I have to go into considering where I left off? Yeah, so if you send me an email, we can look into that for you. It will depend on a lot of things, right? But I think the university allow it in some cases if you're a strong student with the relevant academic kind of body under you, and strong enough in English. But it really depends on your English degree you're studying and the grades you're getting. So we can try and look into that for you. So just send me or your agent an email and we'll get back to you. Is there an age limit on masters? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Quite often mature students study master's programs. You're talking people quite later on in their life will study masters. So I don't think there's an age limit for master's program. I studied 100% English in my bachelor's. Do I still need to take an IELTS? So again, this one depends. The visa regulations are a little bit tricky here. So it depends on how long you studied English and where you studied that English program as well. So if you studied in the UK at a UK university, or perhaps in an American university, or another English-speaking country, you don't have to. But again, do contact us with the full details, and we'll look into your precise situation there. Is there a minimum acceptance rate? I'm not sure I understand that one. Any students will be accepted if they meet the minimum entry requirements. Some of the university programs are very, very popular, like psychology, and those programs do fill up. But essentially for most programs, if you meet the grades, you'll be accepted. It is competitive, but I think an important point to mention is that at INTU you do get guaranteed conditional acceptance. And that's quite a mouthful, but really what it means it means if you get the grades to progress, you're guaranteed a space at the university. So you do have that seat or a chair, as some people like to say. So if you progress from into successfully, you are guaranteed a space in the university. You're not competing as such. Okay. What is the minimum GPA for admission? Again, it really depends on the course you're applying for. Okay, let's go into the chat box. Lots of people saying hello. Mahaba back. Nice to meet you all. So, are there any more questions? Let me know. I'll obviously be happy to answer any questions now. So I'll go back to the questions to see if there's more questions. And if there are no more questions, please do send me an email or go through the agent or ask one of our staff as well. Okay, so we have one new questions. I think I have to go to the top. So again, we'd have to look into it, but you know, sometimes we can be a little bit flexible as well, and I think, you know, depending on the situation, the university can also be flexible. So if you are 0.2% off the required grades, I think there's a chance. But just let us know and what exactly your situation is, and your transcripts and what you've studied in the past, your academic history, your IELTS, and so on, and we'll look into it for you. Okay. So I think that's it for the day. Nice to meet you all. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for all the fantastic questions. It's really good to have all these questions and interact with you all. So if you're looking to come to the UK and if you're looking to study abroad, Exeter is definitely a good option. There's obviously lots of good universities in the UK, but Exeter obviously is one of the top ones, right? So it's definitely not a bad choice. Okay. I'll pass you back to Zainab.
Yes, thank you very much for the great presentation, Josh. Also, could you please put your email address in the chat box so that the participants can directly contact you?
Okay, sure.
Yes, perfect. Thank you for your answers. You covered all of the questions, and I would like to thank the participants in Turkish as well. Katıldığınız için teşekkür ederiz arkadaşlar. University of Exeter ile ilgili diğer sorularınız için chat kısmında paylaşılmış olan mail adresinden Josh'a ulaşabilirsiniz. Umarız sizin için de faydalı bir webinar olmuştur. Yarınki webinarlarımızda görüşmek üzere. Thank you very much again, Josh. It was a pleasure to have you in IEFT Talks.
Thank you, everyone. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.